Israel has filed a formal complaint at the UN Security Council demanding the global agency swiftly condemn the hate speech of Iran's leaders, referring to a string of anti-Semitic remarks and threats to destroy the Jewish state. Israel's petition said that the UN silence is no longer an option. Israeli officials went on to call Iran's leaders rational fanatics with irrational hatred and said one can only imagine what they would do if they got their hands on the world's most dangerous weapon, a reference, of course, to a nuclear bomb. It was a hate-filled speech by Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad on Al-Quds Day that enraged Israeli officials and sent them to protest at the UN. Established in 1979 by Iran's then Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini, Al-Quds Day marks Iran's solidarity with the Palestinians and is celebrated every year on the last day of Ramadan. It has become an open forum for Iranians and their leaders to castigate and threaten the state of Israel. This year, the antagonism was particularly strident given tensions over Iran's suspected nuclear weapons program. Western efforts to gain access to Iran's nuclear facilities and get answers on incriminating new evidence has led Israeli leaders to publicly debate the possibility of a preemptive strike on Iran. In a televised speech, Ahmadinejad said the very existence of the Zionist regime is a, quote, affront to all world nations. He called on all human communities to, quote, wipe out this scarlet letter from the forehead of humanity. Another call for the destruction of Israel. Those belligerent remarks by Ahmadinejad were specifically quoted in Israel's formal complaint to the UN. Left out was Ahmadinejad's call for a new Middle East where there would be no Israelis and no Americans. Israel also cited Ahmadinejad's use of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories in his Al-Quds speech. The Iranian president insisted that the two world wars were, quote, designed by the Zionists. But Israel's UN complaint also took to task the current Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khomeini. He called Israel a cancerous tumor in the heart of the Muslim world. Some Israelis seem unfazed.
I'm pretty much used to all the kinds of sayings from the Iranian president about how we're not supposed to exist and we should, like, kill us all and stuff like that. But so I see a lot of people getting really nervous and getting gas masks and getting ready for war. But I think that they're just, like, they're going over the same things over and over again, and it doesn't really mean anything.
UN Chief Ban Ki-moon condemned the Iranian remarks, calling them offensive and inflammatory. More reprimands followed from the EU foreign policy chief and US officials in the Obama administration. But some Israelis worry that's not enough.
What we can learn that also Hezbollah and also Iran, what they are saying, they are doing. So I think the world should take them really serious and not say they are crazy, because they are not crazy. They are very rationalic, they have some plan, and they are working the plan out.
I think the world can take a little more actions. It happened before with the Holocaust that the world stood aside and didn't do anything. Nobody wants that to happen again.
It's not surprising that Israel's UN complaint included a warning that complacency to Iran's hate speech is dangerous. Jordana Miller, JN1, Jerusalem.